Adventure bikes are supposed to live a life of adventure. So they're supposed to look like this. They don't want to be garage queens, do they? They want to look like this. Can't even see the number plate hardly. They're clean, don't worry about it. Having an adventure bike and keeping it as a garage queen is like... It's like having... I don't know, it's like having Kelly Brook to yourself and dressing her as Dave from the local brickyard. You've got to love this landscape, haven't you? Talking of landscapes, do yourselves a favour and go and visit a Brit, a blonde bike from New Zealand, especially a video he posted yesterday on his 1250 visiting, where was he visiting? Mount Aspiring, Rob Roy Glacier or something. Which was so inspiring, you know, such a beautiful... Oh, I've just realised where I am. Oh no, I've just realised where I am. Oh well, this is for you, Pete English. Jesus, that's deep today. Oh dear. Oh well. Yeah, you don't need to bloody walk it. Look, straight through it, no problem. There you go. Oh, what I will say, hang on a minute, what I will say, the only thing I've got to say actually, to just stop this little war, just give me a minute, is the only difference, that was probably a lot deeper than the one that me and Pete did in the Lake District. The only difference is an Africa Twin. That's how you handle a bloody Ford. Slip sliding away, slip sliding away. There you go, Pete. Oh dear. Let's go and get that camera now before it falls off. The things we do to entertain you. Gotcha. Thank you for not falling into the river. All part of entertainment, folks. I love it. I bloody love it. Entertaining you lot. One of the best, folks. One of the best. Yeah. I totally forgot I was there. What was I saying? I was just in my own little world then. That up there. Actually, where is it? Is it up there? Or there? Can't remember. There's a mega lane. But I don't think it's passable. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Yeah, go and visit a Brit, a blonde bike. Guys down in New Zealand. A couple, Tom and Kim. Tom's quite easy on the eye as well. But you know, it's brilliant because I say friends, class them as friends, you know, they came over from New Zealand and they spent an evening at one of our gigs and we had a cracking night. But anyway, I class them as friends even though we're just really YouTube buddies, as a lot of us are really. But because they're down there on the opposite side of the world, our summer is their winter and vice versa. So now when we're getting into all this, it's their summer now. So this video he posted yesterday, I can't remember what it's called, I'll put a link up here. An amazing ride to Mount Aspiring, I think, or something like that. Yeah, it's just Tom on his own and taking his Beamer down a dirt track and just basically being a bit out of his comfort zone, not sure whether he should or shouldn't carry on, but the landscape that unfolds in front of him, it's like, keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm watching it going, please don't turn around, please don't turn around, keep going, keep going. 9 times out of 10 you're going to be alright, just take your time. And really it makes for a better, always makes for a better ride when you're a little bit out of your comfort zone. But it looks so beautiful. yeah, go and show them some love, and tell them I sent you. Really great guys they are. And that's another reason, even just watching their video, another reason why I love these dual purpose bikes, that you can just decide to do a bit of, I mean, that, you know, the Ford for instance, I could never ever, I'm going to say I could never do it on the VFR. I think I have done it on the VFR many years ago in the height of summer when the water was really low. I think I did, but anyway, you know, it just opens up so many more gates that it's the best of both worlds, really. It is. You can really scratch the roads, no problem whatsoever, and you can also get mucky. And do get mucky if you've got yourself an adventure bike. Do get mucky. Doesn't matter, it'll wash off. Actually, I'm thinking of getting my VFR coated in that special. I don't know what it is. It's like a special coating, like a ceramic coating or something that goes on your bike. So it's cleaned within an inch of its life. Then this ceramic coating goes on, and it's kind of like baked on, and it lasts for like 10 years or something. So then whatever you do to that on top of that in terms of muck, it'll just wash off, no problem at all, and won't corrode, won't do anything. So yeah, I would very much like to get that done actually. There you go, Tom, this bit's for you. Yeah. Or I'll do what Tom was doing through his little video. Woo! He was like congratulating himself on a little jump here and there. Woo! Woo! I congratulate you, pal. It's like when you spend some time on your pegs, it's like as though you've been riding your bike with one hand all this time, and all of a sudden you think, oh, hang on a minute, that is quite easy like that. Oh dear. Oh no, am I going to be able to get past that? Oh, how have they got in there? Very muddy down here today. I wouldn't want to be down here in a frigging great lorry. That's got to be stuck, surely. Looks a bit different now, folks, when we did the chippy run. It's filthy muddy. Look at this is lovely. All these ducks and geese. How do? How do? The new Mavic Air 2, folks, that's following me. The Mavic Pro would not have done that at all. Even though it did follow, it was not very good at dodging stuff. I'd have never dreamed of putting it up here because of all these power lines and stuff. But she's following me, lovely. Mavis, old Mavis. Ooh. More water. Only filthy water. How do? My sheeples. Thanks, Mr. Fish, for that little gem. Right, just want to have a clean of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back in. Now then, what's that? That looks like a lane that we can go on. We'll have a look, can't we? Daft not to have a look. can't see. Oh, that's slippy. Getting wetter and foggier. Come on, let's have some snow. I want a full dumping of snow. Come on. Can't see when I go a bit faster because of the needle-like rain in my eyes. It's good to have that back end spinning at what are we doing? 35, 40 mile an hour. Oh. Yeah. I just want to get as dirty as possible on it. Oh my god, I'm wet through. Well, I'm not wet through. I mean, you know. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, you shouldn't be worried about getting out in the wet, folks. You know, the bike's not going to dissolve. We're not going to dissolve. Just get yourself some decent gear and go and enjoy it. Just enjoy being out. I've loved this last couple of days, just in the completely disgusting weather. There's hardly anybody out. And it's lovely. I'm not cold. I've got my heated gloves in the top box in case I need them, but we're at 8 degrees today, so I don't need them on. Got the heated grips just on the lowest setting, I think, just to take the edge off. Gore-Tex suit on, Gore-Tex boots, Gore-Tex gloves. Well, there's nothing to stop me going on here, is there? Sign-wise. We'll go and have a look. It's getting hard to see. It's very dark today as well. I can't really keep my visor down so much. I really can't see. You really need to be seeing where you're putting that front wheel. I'm gonna have to have it open. Just go a bit slower. Christ, it's windy. If I can get my bearings, I think, if I'm right, this is going to bring us out on a right-hander. We'll turn left. So right. I feel that's just gone all over me. Straight in it. Bosh. Bosh, bosh. Like that, again, back to the bike. You know, if it says it can do it. Someone sent a message, a subscriber sent a message saying, can't help but feel sorry for the bikes a little bit when I'm doing things like this on it, but I'm like, well, I wouldn't be doing this on a Fireblade, would I? And these are press bikes, you know, to be tested, to be basically tell a story on. And if it says on the literature, whatever, that it can do it, then I'll do it. I can't see what's wrong with that. Right, what's this looking like then? Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not throwing them on the floor or anything daft like that. I'm treating them with the utmost respect, but using them as they're intended. So I don't see anything wrong with that, do you? It was a very good comment and point, but I think it just needed clearing up that, you know, I'm not out here doing this on something I'm not supposed to be doing it on. And just to reiterate how important gear is, folks, you've seen what I've been through today and how deep and what have you. I'm not one bit wet. Not one bit of water is inside me. Not one bit. Yeah, I think this is going to bring us out on a little road and we'll turn left. And I'll remember that in future. Yeah, it is. That's all right. You know, if only we could travel now, because I want to go back to Pecos. And there you go. No problem, no problemo. I want to go back to Pecos and conquer that mountain that conquered us when we got stuck up it on the VFRs. Yeah, I want to go back on this and conquer it, because I'm sure the sat nav there's a link to this episode above. The sat nav was saying that the hotel is literally just two miles this, you know, this direction, and we just couldn't do it. We just couldn't do it. We kept pushing on and pushing on and pushing on, and trust me, on VFRs, that is not the kind of terrain you want to be stuck on. Super steep. 5 of us. One of us had already dropped a couple of times, and it was just, your heart was in your mouth, you know. I was just so distraught that I was beaten by it. You obviously have to think of the group as well, but the final straw when a Land Rover came down and said, no, what you doing? You cannot get up there on that. So on these, so obviously it was getting worse. But this kind of bike, it'd soak it up. And I just want to know just how close we were to the hotel. You know what I mean? If we could travel now, I'd be off just to conquer it before this amazing bike goes back. But yeah, it really has been a cracking bike, this has. And you know what? I've used it and I've used it and I've used it. I've used it properly, like it's my own bike. You see how well the VFR is. You know, I look after stuff, but I've not been scared to use it, if you know what I mean. Rain or shine, snow or sleet, whatever, I'm out. And that's a brilliant test to the bike, because you want to be able to put it through every possible scenario, don't you? Just to see how it copes. And you know, and if it does fall down somewhere, not literally, but you know, and honestly, this has been absolutely brilliant. The more I ride it, the more I love it. The engine is so addictive, the sound, the grunt, the styling of it, I just love. I think this is the best looking adventure bike out there, definitely. That's my own opinion, obviously, but I really do think that. It looks aggressive, it looks attractive, I just love it. All this stuff on the dash, you know, you've got so much stuff that you can do. But living with this all this time, I very rarely use any of it, so it really doesn't need it. I just have it in tour mode 90% of the time. And as you've just seen, I'll flick it into off-road or gravel mode. And to be honest, I've only really noticed power decreases on that. The Beamers, the GSs, you really can feel a total difference when you do the different ride modes. This just reduces the power I've felt, and I know it reduces the engine braking and stuff like that, but you just don't really feel it. But yeah, I've loved this machine. I've loved it. And people keep asking me, you know, oh, if you were to buy one, would it be DCT? I'm like, yes, 100% be the DCT. I love that gearbox. Again, this is not something you can make your mind up over in an hour's test ride. You know, it goes against everything you've ever learned as a motorcyclist, you know. But the more you use it and the more you get to grips with it, it's amazing. Back to gear again. This is the membrane suit, not the laminated suit. So as you can see, the outer shell is totally wet through, but it doesn't go in. It can't go in. I'm absolutely bone dry. Bone dry. I guarantee when I take these off, I'll have no signs of, you know, like wet patches anywhere. I'm absolutely bone dry and totally comfortable. And these are the Richa City Gore-Tex gloves. I've got the City and I've got the Atlantic. The Atlantic are more like a summer Gore-Tex. These are more like a winter glove. The Atlantic are leather, so they're a leather Gore-Tex, so it's better for breathable in the summer. Still get a bit hot sometimes, that's why I've got the, you know, the proper summer gloves as well. But in terms of, you know, winter and weather protection, yeah, they're ace. Well, folks, that's been a bloody good ride this afternoon. We've not been far in terms of miles, but we've had some bloody good fun in what we have done. Oh, next up in the garage, folks, for reviewing, I'm very excited as well, is the Triumph Tiger 900 Rally. And I've got that all Christmas for about 3 weeks. So again, I will be doing exactly the same with that as I have done with this. And make it it'll be a good comparison against this, actually. So yeah, I'll plan to get it mucky. Be interesting to see how it compares. Just noticed my mate behind me and his big ass lorry. Then, folks, Thanks very much again, as always, for being here. Not long now before Santa comes. Hope you're ready. As ready as you'll ever be. I shall see you on the next one. Be good, be careful, and be kind. See ya. Don't forget to go and check out a Brita Blonder bike. Links in the description below, along with everything else that I talk about. Yeah, tell them I sent you. Really, really, really good channel. Okay, we'll do a walk test before we ride through it. Although I've ridden it many times, we're winter time now, aren't we? So we don't know how slippy, if at all, should be. Oh, I think she'll be fine. Yeah. Another thing for the Gore-Tex boots, folks. Yep, absolutely fine. A bit slippy here. I reckon that'll be right as rain, actually. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Famous last words. But folks, Gore-Tex boots. These are by far the best boots I've ever had. TCX Baja. Never ever let a drop in. And I do abuse them, to be honest. Oh. So yeah, contrary to what I did say on the camera, I did of course walk it first, just to make sure. See you later.